So, greetings and salutations. Alright, hold on a second here. Let me finish getting set up here. Blah, 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 blah. Sound, blah, blah. Okay, there's that. And then kill that, kill that. Alright. So, a certain, what's his name again? Hold on a second. Anthony Riley has decided that he was going to take up my challenge. What's going on, Ericy? All right. He said he was going to take up my challenge for the flat Earth challenge. Now, he's done this kind of in two parts. Now, I watched the first part. I have not watched the second part, and I just got home, so I figured instead of making a long-winded video that would probably take about a day or two to make, I thought I'd just go at this cold and go at this live. Why? Because that's how I answer pretty much everything else that I do. So, hold on a second here. Let me get this squared away here. What's going on, guys? See you guys all in the chat there. So screen share that. Sharing. Present to everyone. Wow, I'm the only one in here, but I have to present to everyone. Isn't that cool? Alright, so hold on a second here. Make sure how this is looking. I want this over to that. Hey, there it is. Okay. So let me pause that. Alright. So this is what he presented first. Okay, this was his response to my challenge, and he even read through the rules on it. You can't use "they lie" as evidence. You can't use any third-party material. You can't use any third-party research. You can't use any experiments which you have not performed as evidence. This exercise is only to determine the physical shape of the Earth. This exercise can only contain evidence observed with the unaided eye. Okay? All good? All cool? And sorry, guys, but I don't have moderators, so I'm going to have to deal with whoever shows up. So, now I watched through this, and when watching through it, let's see, where did he go with this? He identified a bridge in England, and I looked up that bridge, and that bridge does, of course, exist, which I don't think was ever in question. Now, this is the bridge that he's talking about. Okay, now, I analyzed this bridge, yesterday? And this bridge appears to have about a 4-degree curve on it. Now, in order to get a 4-degree curve, that would be about 444 plus change kilometer long stretch of Earth. Okay, with me so far? All right. So that being a 444 stretch of Earth, or kilometer stretch of Earth, he went on to say that, okay, I'm just scooting through this part because I don't want this part to take up too long, because he said that this was all just the unedited stuff that was going to be used in the next video, which I'm going to be watching cold here in a minute. Now, he ultimately arrived at, where's it at? At basically this image. Okay. Now, what he specifically says in here is that we're not going to talk about the railings, or we're not going to talk about this and that. Well, that's fine. However, he talks about the railings, and he goes into that. But nevertheless, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong image. My bad. Hold on. Because that was the later image when he actually lifted it up. Okay, so this is basically it. And he wanted to say that how would you know that you were on a curve if you only had this image and these railings weren't here? And I answered him back quite simply, and I'll even show you the answer that I gave him back. Now, apparently, there's been a bunch of other people who have been writing on this. I haven't had a chance to read through them because, well, some of us have a day job. Anyway, what I wrote back to him is at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, yes, I would be able to tell it was a curve by measuring known good features, such as the trees missing their bottoms, and then cars or boats as they rose over this horizon, over this street. You would notice them to come from the bottom up. Or excuse me, from, yeah, the bottom would be cut off, excuse me. And then, and if the sun or moon or stars rise, they would, the observation would be the same for those. Then, let's see, at 6:15, let's say, you display another way of noticing the curvature as objects. Oh, okay. This was when he raised the camera. Okay, when he actually
video, but nonetheless, this is the unedited video. This is the camera at toenail level. And all I'm doing is picking it up. You can see that objects in the distance become more visible. The tree.
Exactly. As you raise an elevation, objects in the distance become more visible. More of the trees become visible. More of the railing supports become visible. More of the street becomes visible. That's something that we notice in reality. Okay, flat earthers like to say that there's a vanishing point and we can only see so far and eyes can only see so far. This is a beautiful example of why that's not, that doesn't support flat earth at all, because of the fact that if our eyes only saw so far, then we would not see longer distances on the ground or beyond as we raised in elevation. Simple enough? Okay, so moving on. And what I put on here is I'm not sure why you would damn your own claim with this, nor why you say that's not consistent with what we see in real life. That is 100% consistent with what we see in real life. I forgot the guy's name, BM40 whatever his name was taking pictures of oil rigs off of Santa Barbara, and from the ground level he only saw to a certain distance. In fact, the distortion was starting to kill him, whereas he went up to a much higher position, someplace that I think that I nailed down where it was, and it was several hundred meters above the ground, or above sea level, and you could see obviously much further, which does not work for the flat earth claim that we can only see so far, because then why would we be able to see things that are further away from a greater distance? Okay, so there goes that. Let's see. Yeah, he said toenail level. I'd give that about 2 centimeters, given probably any normal cell phone, but you know, without knowing exactly which camera he was using, I can't obviously say that. But let's see. Now, what he ends up going on to say is that the railings do a bending maneuver, do a simple bend with the curvature of the earth, or excuse me, with the curvature of the bridge. I'm sorry. With the curvature of the bridge, the railings bend downwards, okay, towards the end as it goes over, dare I say, the hump. Okay. Now that, of course, makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. However, drawing this out to scale, okay, which I did. Hold on a second. Drawing this out to scale, which, oh, come on. Quit. Nah, not that one. Drawing this out to scale, which I did, okay. The this railing was about well, I don't know, it's about 70 or 80 kilometers away, okay. And this right here, this line right here, does more or less represent about a 7,500 meter height, or excuse, yeah, 7,500 meter height, which is almost well, it's right around a commercial airliner. However, way off here into the distance. Okay, this height here, excuse me for a second here. Let me go back over to my max here. Camera, front. This is the bridge that I drew. Okay. 4-meter curve, or excuse me, 4-degree curve. Put the camera down over here. Hold on, I gotta move this around here. Now, left. Sorry. Now, mind you, I'm analyzing this. Okay, this is not my actual contest of trying to show him other stuff, but I'm analyzing it first. Okay, because I have to know what his claim is before I can say that it's right or wrong. So let me use a tape here. Now he was about here, so that's about 9 degrees. Okay, let me make sure that I'm right on that because I don't want to be talking out my ass here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, come on. Quit being a pain. Gotta bring this back to here. Hey, I was almost right. And then, oops, let me freeze this. There we go. Now I can grab it.
Okay.
All right. Would you stop that? I want you to go over there. There we go. So that puts it right there about where the camera was. Oops. Maybe even a little too much. But nevertheless, there's where the camera is. Camera was actually right about there. Okay, so, and that means that, okay, it's still about 9 degrees. Okay, so what you need to do, what you need to see here is that in a second here, he shows, okay, this right here is about 9 degrees from the camera. Okay, so you got to show me contrails, because that's where he's about to go with this. He's about to go contrails with this. You got to show me contrails that are 9 degrees above the horizon. That looks probably about 45 to 50 degrees from your point of view. So, and then if that were to maintain that exact line, then you might actually see this curve. However, what he does, this is funny, he looks up chemtrails. I love it when they go chemtrail. Anyway, he looks up on Google Images. Now remember, first person observations. But you know what? I'm gonna let this slide. I'm gonna let this slide because, you know, otherwise you'd be standing out there for days. Now, this is the image that he brought forth. Now I'm certain everybody can see this image, right? Right. Okay, so now these are the contrails that he is basically claiming are straight lines. Okay, now the contrails that he needs to be concerned with are ones that would be way over here. Okay, I hope you guys can see me moving my pointer around there, but they need to be way over here in order for that to take place. Okay, in order for that bend downwards that he's looking for to take place. Now, obviously, in any kind of town situation, there's going to be foliage and maybe little hills and all that other stuff. And, well, sorry, that's just not going to do it as far as getting that 9 degree view. Second of all, you would have to be able to see them. You know, you got clouds and all this other crap. Now, these right here, you're not going to see that bend on this because it's right over top of you. Okay, it's right over top of you. You're not going to see that bend, period. Now, what you are going to see, and I did bring this up, but of course he decided he was not going to answer me, and he said that if I want to run away like a little girl, whatever, you know, way to go with the flat earth, you know, just throwing around the insults. Anyway, hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, now you see the width of this contrail here, and look at the width of this contrail here. Okay. Now, all the way off to the horizon, it doesn't get very much smaller. Obviously, it does get smaller, but it doesn't get very much smaller. Now, if this were a flat Earth, just about here, these things would be hair thin. You wouldn't even be able to notice them. Okay? You wouldn't be able to notice them. if we were on a plane. Period. Don't come at me with perspective, because that is perspective. So if these things don't go off to hair thin, well, then when they meet the horizon, they're actually not as far away as they would have to be if you were on a flat Earth. So anyway, that's what he came at me with. And no, I wasn't bullshitting. He decided down here, he says, I said, I'll watch it when I get home. But you do know that, well, I was getting mad because of the fact that he wouldn't address the two larger posts that I made here, telling him everything that, critiquing his video. But of course, he said, agreed, I will interpret your avoidance as running away like a girl. I've played fair. It's only fair for you to prove me wrong. Good luck. And now what's funny is he back here, where was it? Well, he said, make sure you play. Yeah, when I ask for evidence, you do have to apply your own rules. You have to go outside and observe a real plane. Well, this is from Google Images, buddy. Okay, here's you actually searching for it. So, yeah, enough said. So now, let's go for the cold reading. This is it. All I did was cue it up. I haven't watched it yet. So let's see what he has to say. Sorry, it's 14 minutes and 30 seconds long.
I've had a response from Sly Spokane, and predictably, he kind of doesn't do what I expected him to do.
I never do what people expect me to do.
He dissects various parts of my video, and then when I ask him to explain it, he says that I should respond to him first.
Yes, you should respond to me first, because you put out the video, I put out the information, you decided not to respond to it. Instead, you come at me with another video.
His response. So he's dissected my video, and then going with the oldest one. I said, contrails do not show the curve of the Earth that you asked us to illustrate. Contrails or chemtrails are straight lines.
You show me these straight lines that you're talking about, and you can't just say, hey, look straight to me, because if we all believed what people said looks like to me, then we'd all be believing in flat Earth, because everybody looks at the horizon and say it looks flat to me. So you have to actually provide information that shows that they are actually going straight, because I'm sure if I got Wolfie in here, he would tell you that planes do not fly straight, ever. Okay? They fly for a little while at one course, and then they make a small course correction. Then they make another small course correction. Then they make a small course correction. They go between airport markers. Okay, so anyway.
No evidence of curve unless you can disprove my claim. The ball is in your court. Why are contrails not demonstrating the curve of the plane?
Because the contrails, referring to the railings that you were showing, which I agree they curve down, need to be at a much lower, or well, need to be at a further distance away to your left or to your right, and they need to be lower on the horizon at about 9 degrees, as I just showed, for you to get that. But by the time it were to start curving, you'd be hitting landscape and foliage and whatever. So if you want to show me a better picture, we can work with that.
It's supposed to be on. It's the easiest observation that we can all do. You do need evidence with your answer, not rhetoric provided by science that does not have any ability to prove anything.
See, and that's why I made this whole challenge. That quote right there. Let me back that up to what he just said there. This is why I made this challenge. Okay, people keep on saying that I need to prove the globe. No. Because everything that we provide, everything that everybody has provided, you guys just say, no, that's not it. That's not what I believe. And so you guys actually have invited the burden onto yourselves. Okay? hold on a second.
You do need evidence with your answer, not rhetoric provided by science that does not have any ability to prove anything.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you guys made it so that the burden is actually on you to provide something else, because you ain't gonna listen to anything we got to show anyway.
When I ask for evidence, you have to apply your own rules. You have to go out and observe a real plane in your vicinity disappear to the horizon.
Yeah, just like you did with Google Images.
I want to see the plane. I want to see the plane get to the horizon, and then for you to admit that there ain't no bendy contrails.
Okay.
Like I say, this should happen to every plane, not just the odd one here or there.
Depending on what angle it's flying over you.
Sure, I'll answer your thoughts when you answer my post. Okay?
Which I said. I'll answer your thoughts when you answer my post. You know, the big one up at the top there that you decided to avoid.
I don't think that's really fair, given that I've spent time doing a response video itemizing exactly what the test is that you asked for, but...
Right, and I showed the flaws in that.
Slice Bacane, respectfully, you've asked for a simple, everyday test that we could all perform without tools or words to that effect.
Right, so do that.
And I have given you a brilliant answer that you don't agree with.
No, I don't agree with the analog that you used. Okay, and you are not taking into account the scale of what it was that you provided. Okay.
I could answer you, but I'd like to think that you do me the courtesy and prove my simple claim wrong.
See, and I proved your claim wrong, and you got mad about that.
Reliable, credible evidence. Don't know where the rest has gone, but he's not going to do it. So.
See, that's where he stopped, right? See the pause right there? Okay, that's the stuff that he decided not to address.
I will respond to his comments.
Oh, now you're going to respond on a video. Okay, well, I guess turnabout's fair play.
So at 5:30, yes, I would be able to tell if it was a curve by measuring known good factors such as trees missing their bottoms, then cars and boats as they rise over the horizon, and if the sun or moon and the stars set or rose there. The same observation with these. All right, well, I can deal with this one.
That's it? You can deal with that? Those are everyday observations. Okay.
Because these top three are pretty much the same.
No, they're not.
Display another way of noticing the curvature as objects unaltered became more visible as you gain altitude. I'm not sure why you would damn your own claim with this. Well, I did this intentionally because it isn't consistent with what we see in real life.
Yes, it is consistent with what we see in real life. Hold on a second. I got to bring up this nut jobs thing here. Not you, but this other guy. Hold on a second here. Let me go like this. Go over to here. All right, where was it? Oh man, it's gonna take me a minute to find this. YouTube. Hold on. Where is? Actually, I just had that open in a folder because I took screen caps of that once. Let's see, that's on D. Come on, hard drive. Come on. You can do it. All right, where was that? Okay, that is view, large icons. This is the problem when you do a cold. You have to actually go digging for the stuff. Sorry about the wait on this, guys. Which one was it? I've got so many folders of all this crap. It's pretty incredible. All right, let's see. I just had that open. Damn it. Oh, no, I know where that is. I know where it is. That was over here in the folder. Um, no, that's not it. I was doing a thing about view distance, and now I gotta find it. Did I put it in? Is that? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's not it. God damn it. Oh, was it in the new one? LM. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, this is one that I was working on before. Okay, so let's see here. So this is what I was working on before. Now, these were taken by, I forgot the guy's name, and I really don't care what his name is. Down at the shoreline, you only see up to a certain amount of horizon. These are one of these is called Habitat, and the other one I forgot what the other name was. This is off Santa Barbara. Now, this was down at the water level. No, this was down at the water level. I'm sorry. This was up on the end of a road at the top of some stairs. And then this is way off. Now, mind you, the original photos were taken from that direction, but this is way up on a hill. Okay, way up on a hill. Here you can look it up. Flat Earth, 31.63 miles, undeniable proof. That was the guy's title of his video. Okay, you can see further from higher, and if you can see further from higher, then I don't know what else to tell you. You can see further from higher, whereas you couldn't from before. So let me go ahead and close that. Hello, close. Why don't you want to close? Don't save. Okay. Anyway, so you can see further from higher. That's why, and he says that's not consistent with real life. That is consistent with real life. As you go higher, what's this? Who's talking? Oh, hold on. I see something. Somebody's trying to. No truth here. Hey, Spurksmo, you talking to me, man? Air is far denser as ground approaches. I'll give you a little bit of that, yeah, but not enough to make a 5,000 mile away sun disappear, don't you think? Interesting. Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Yes, the higher you go, the further you can see. That's a natural fact. We see that every day.
And I'll illustrate this with this video, courtesy of, I think it's pronounced Phuket word.
Really? You're going to come at me with a PW video?
Or Phuket word. What we see in real life.
Isn't this third-party stuff?
Is not consistent with what you've just described as you gain altitude. And I'm just going to play this. I'm just going to play this set of photos of a plane. We know that planes land on very flat runways.
Very flat runways. Very flat runways. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh man, where's Wolfie? Runways are not always flat, dude. You can see in the picture that you got it paused on here. Whoever took the picture is obviously a bit higher, and there's a dip in it. Usually there is a dip in it. Sean, I got him to shut down the comments on his video about me. Oh, really? Oh, man. No, they are not on very flat runways, just like planes don't fly. Also, I'm not even going to go there. No, that's not a flat runway.
We know that they can't land on a roller coaster because the legs won't support it.
That makes no sense.
But what do you see in this image? It's taken at low elevation. Plane looks to be disappearing over the curve of the earth.
No, it doesn't. Well, I mean, you could say it looks like it's beyond a curve. Yes, I'll give you that. But not the curve of the earth. Because if it was the curve of the earth, in relation to anything, then we wouldn't see this. Or this. Oh my God. Is this really what you're coming at me with?
Or is it going down a valley and then coming back up again? We know that runways are flat.
No, we don't know that runways are flat. I wish I knew which runway this was. Because you probably look it up. No, majority runways aren't flat. They're just not. Okay, some of them are curved up to assist because they're shorter to assist with actual takeoff. Okay, kind of like the British the Harrier carriers. You know, they got that kind of lip at the end of them to make them go up. Okay, and there's also ones that are designed to be the way they are in this photo to ease the landing as well. Okay, no, runways are not always flat. Period. Show me somewhere that says that in some kind of regulation, hell, I even saw one that was in the Himalayas or something like that actually goes down the side of a mountain. But no, runways are not always flat. And oh my God, you showed me a PW video to show me this?
They've got to be flat, right? So how do you explain this thing that we observe?
Well, you're
What's
already
going on
doing a
here?
terrible job.
How is this possible if the runway is flat?
Let me. Oh man, this is the level of stupidity here. Hold on a second here. Runways. And PW, if you ever happen to watch this, yeah. Really? Let's see. Well, shit. I just put in curved runways. I actually wanted to put curvy, but curved came up. Here, look. Here's a Google search. Curved runways. Okay. This one, let's see. Let's take a look at it. That one's got a wee dip in the middle of it, and it looks like another dip way back here in the back. Okay. Not flat. Oops, shoot. This one, probably find a lot of these. Look. Yeah. Flat? Are you serious? Runways are always flat? Are you serious? Because that's not an always flat runway. As a matter of fact, let's find out where this is. Boom, 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 visit page. Yeah, somebody even wrote that on here. I always assume that big runways are flat, or more specifically straight. Might have a slight slope or in either direction, but watching some crosswind landing footage, this shot at a shot at Birmingham. Okay, that's Birmingham. I noticed that runway looks uneven. Okay, how common are uneven runways like this? Let's see what somebody else answered. This isn't me. I just looked this up right now. Let's see. It's hard to make something that long completely flat. The FAA has advisory circulars of all sorts of stuff in and around an airport. One does cover flatness. Oh, well, looks like there used to be something there. Vertical curves for longitude grade. Changes are parabolic, blah, blah, blah. Y'all can read this if you want to. Okay. No, runways are not always flat. Period. They're not. Okay, I've seen enough. I love watching those crosswind videos that they were just referring to. I love watching that all the time. And I know the one in where was it? In Hamburg. They had that. It actually had a wing strike. It was like I don't know. It was a couple of years ago now. Yeah, you kind of saw it dip down into that. So open link in a new tab. See, even this short one. Okay, this is not a very long runway. Okay, it's got a sway to it. It's got a sway to it. All right, so much for your runway claim. Okay, that was just stupid. All right, so continuing on. Sorry.
We're at low altitude or low elevation, and what you perceive to be drop curvature of the Earth. By these photographs, is clearly not.
No, by these photographs, all you're looking at is a wavy runway.
Now, watch this plane now coming into land. Is this consistent with landing around the curve of the Earth?
Okay, let's see.
Watch what it does.
Oh, I think this is the one. See, now look. This is a damn hill. It flattens out right here. This is a hill. Which also goes against what you were just saying a second ago. Because according to a second ago, where am I at right now? 421. According to a second ago, hold on, come on. Come on. The dip shouldn't be at, I'm sorry, man. This is just getting silly anyway.
Is this consistent with landing around the curve of the Earth?
Now
Watch
I know
what
why,
it does.
now I know why Red curses and screams a lot.
Oh shit, it's gone around the curve of the Earth.
No,
Fucking
it's
hell,
not
it's
a
actually
hill.
gone into the water. Oh no, it can't have gone into the water. It's actually on the runway, isn't it?
Yeah,
and we know that the runways are all flat.
But not all the runways are all flat. Oh wait, here's a cool one. I just saw it. Oh wait, no, that's never mind. I'm not going to use that one. No, the reason why I'm not going to use that one is I was about to pick this one out, but I see that it says sim flight. So even though I think this is the runway that I'm pretty sure I know which runway this is, but I'm not going to show you the 3D model of it because, well, that's just not going to go very well. All right. Anyway.
Oh look, doesn't that look a lot like it's just come round the curve of the Earth?
No, it doesn't.
Now, to be fair, I understand why you think that there is curve involved.
To be fair, if this is your analysis, you don't understand anything.
Because it does look that way. But when you see evidence to the contrary, is it then still fair to say that it's curve and then put the ball back in my court when I've clearly put it into your court?
Actually, the only thing I really see now that he kind of rewound it a little bit. Hold on. One thing that I do see here is inferior mirage.
That look a lot like it's just come round the curve of the Earth.
Look at that inferior mirage going on there. Reflection, 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 squeezing. Look at that.
Now, to be fair, I understand why you think that there is curve involved, because it does look that way.
Really?
But when you see evidence to the contrary, is it then still fair to say that it's curve and then put the ball back in my court when I've clearly put it into your court?
You and the ball thing. Dude, you haven't proven to me anything yet. All you've proven to me, well, is that you wildly do not understand that most airport runways are not flat. Okay? I even showed you.
How's this explained? That really looks like our horizon with our sea in the middle, in the foreground, and then the planes emerging over the curve of the Earth.
The planes emerging over the curve. So you want to say that that's how many miles would the horizon be at that point? Yeah. Anyway.
Don't be ridiculous. So let's go back to my video. It's 5 minutes 30. We'll deal with the first bit.
Oh, finally, he's going to go back to his own stuff.
The curve stop, and you just have the flat line horizon that we'll call the sea. Would you be able to tell if you're on the curve or not? just by looking at the picture. Now, obviously, now you know that you're on a curved bridge. But if you didn't know that you were on a curved bridge, how would you prove it? You'd have to physically stand up, wouldn't you? Right. So, am I not representing exactly the same scenario here?
Yes, actually, you are. You are representing the scenario of showing a hill, or in this case, a bridge. Okay, this is an airport, or excuse me, a runway on a hill. Unless you want to say that you see this size of an airplane disappear beyond the horizon, which I doubt you're going to say. Okay, and what I mean by this size is obviously not this model, but one that is visibly this size from this observation distance. This is nothing more than a not flat runway. That's all it is. So if a plane, or in this case probably a car, were to come over here, it would not be disappearing. It would be going beyond the horizon if this were the horizon.
Because so when I stand up,
which you probably shouldn't have done because that goes against your entire claim.
you gain elevation, and it creates the impression that you're looking over a curve. Now, clearly, you are.
Wait. It creates the impression that you're looking over a curve? Are you saying that when you stood up, you didn't see over that bridge? You're saying that when you stood up, wait, hold on. Let me repeat those words there. Make sure I didn't hear it wrong.
Gain elevation, and it creates the impression that you're looking over a curve. Now,
that's not creating the impression. That's looking over the curve.
Clearly, you are looking over a curve here. But how does that differ to this? Be honest.
Because it's also a curve. Oh my God.
You do need to address this. This is something that I'm saying to you that is inconsistent with what we observe in real life.
Only if every runway on the planet were flat. But it's not. I can run down tons of them for you.
You have this perception that the horizon is this black and white line that is the curve of the Earth. Well, if that's the case, I could argue that this is the curve of the Earth, and that plane's coming round along the curve of the Earth, and it's a very, very small Earth.
Right, but only a little bit larger in scale than what you have over here. But not Earth scale, dude.
Right?
Wrong.
Just like a boat disappearing over the horizon. The sun disappearing over the horizon.
Get to a point, dude.
How is this explained if it's supposed to be not what we observe in real life when this is what we observe in real life?
Because it's not a flat runway.
The point that this guy's making with this particular clip is if you look at the lights on the flying lights, you can imagine them being our sun.
Yeah, going over the curve of the Earth, beyond the curve of the Earth, beyond the actual horizon, not looking over a hill.
Disappearing around the horizon or around the curve of the Earth. But that's not what we're seeing, is it? It's clearly the case that that plane is landing on a very, very flat runway.
Are you really going to come at me with the rest of the fucking PW's video? I mean, really? This was the guy who debunked his own claim of what direction what direction the moon should rotate when it goes overhead.
But it creates the impression at low elevations that there is some kind of dippy thing going on that does create the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, like a hill. Are you serious?
Or what you perceive as the curve. This is real evidence going against the idea that the horizon is a curve.
Okay, let me tell you something that's different about these two things. Okay, this right here, you can't see the stuff in the background. Okay, I don't know what's in the background. I don't even know what flight that is. This, You can see the stuff in the background. Okay, and I guarantee you that whoever took these two videos, okay, most likely, obviously not the same person, are not very elevated because, you know, airports have a habit of not being thrilled about people in elevated positions at the end of their runways. Dude, you want to say that this one was taken from a much more elevated position than this one? Or maybe the observer actually changed their elevation while this 747 was coming in?
It's clearly the case that that plane, low elevations, that there is some kind of dippy thing going on that does create the curvature of the Earth, or what you perceive as the curve. This is real evidence going against the idea that the horizon is a curve and that everything behind it is measurable. It's demonstrably not. Because if you try and measure the bottom of trees and things that you've given the example of, see how the wheels are getting squashed?
Yep, I see how the wheels are getting squashed. That's on its way to becoming an inferior mirage. Thank you.
At that point, let me play this again, but in slow. No, it's that way, isn't it? Speed. Play it at half the speed.
Oh my God. Okay. Look here, dude. Is this going to get any better? Because here's the thing. First of all, my challenge was for you to prove the flat Earth, not find some crazy excuse for the horizon on the curved Earth. Up to this point, you have not shown one thing to support your claim. Do you understand that? Not one thing. Okay, this is all that this is only a much more elaborate version of Hillbilly's video. This is basically a they lie.
Now look at the size of the wheels at this point when it's not coming into this band of reflection. I don't know what this band of reflection is called, but it looks like it's some kind of horizon block.
It's called an inferior mirage. Look it up, dummy.
You can watch these wheels squash.
And then watch them reflect.
You ready? There they go. There they go. Dead squashed.
Good. Dead squashed. Are you trying to say that the airplane is now not below that horizon?
Dead squashed. So if you apply your principle here, I would be able to tell it was a curve by measuring known good features such as wheels on a plane or trees missing their bottoms.
I'm sorry, did I write wheels in the plane on there? No, I didn't.
Cars, boats, as they rise over the horizon. And if the sun or moon sets or rose there, the same observation with these. Okay, so I'll label this point again just in case you don't get it. Let's just
get to something.
Say that the wheels are 1 meter tall. How tall are they now? What about now? Oh, in fact, they've gone around the curve of the Earth.
Well, here's the thing. What about all this up here? See, this is what Red was going at with Jeranism before. You guys don't get Mirage. I understand that, and I sympathize with you. You guys don't get that. Okay? You don't. However, the way you show, are you trying to say that this is not now beyond this spot? Because now it's clear to me what you're actually saying. What you're actually saying here is that this is flat, and it goes up there and somehow vanishes due to something you have yet to explain. And this plane is actually not here. It would have to be like up here. That's what you're saying. It's clear to me now what you're saying. Okay. Now that you want to talk about the squishing of the refraction on the hilltop here. Okay. That's what you're saying. You're saying that this plane actually isn't here. And I look forward to your answer to this. You're saying that this plane isn't here. It's actually like up higher. Because this has to be flat, so therefore the plane cannot be below it. And as it has not actually impacted on ground yet, Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
So how could you distinguish between a curve of the Earth over the flat plane of a runway that we know is as flat as can be? It's probably one of the flattest things out there.
Oh my God, I gotta find this video. I really gotta find this video. Not PW's. Hold on a second here. 747 landing bad weather. I guess. Because the reason why this is important to me is because you're basing this entire claim on that runway, this runway right here, being completely flat. I've already showed you that they aren't, but because I know the answer is going to come back that yeah, but this one, wow. Actually, does he actually show what?
Are you really going to suggest that this is some kind of disingenuous representation of life?
No, it's a disingenuous representation of flat.
Like I say, that is not.
Oh, you did? Oh. Hey, Sean, is that the actual video or is that the PW video? I'm getting help from the chat. Let me see what we got here. Hey, cool. Oh my God, at Leipzig? Are you serious? I love Leipzig. Been there a couple of times. So let's go over and take a look, shall we? All right. Now, first things first. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to turn the sound off because it sounds like it's pretty messy. Now, let's see here. Oh, it's nice to know that Okay, here he comes. Now, spoiler alert, I just saw that he zooms out here in a second. Something you need to notice right here. Hold on. And this is also for all you sunset watchers, flat earthers. Okay, look at the landing lights, watch the reflections. He is beyond this hilltop here. Okay, he is well behind this hilltop. Watch at what point the reflection disappears first. Okay, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, and zap, gone. Now it's reflecting on the very tip. Isn't that what you guys like to call hot spot? He's still beyond the hilltop here. Now he's in the mirage. See right around here. But this part of the plane is still not affected. Now, here he comes. Now he's rolling a lot closer. You see how he's getting bigger? Rolling over the hill. Okay, another thing to notice here. You see how you can see the underside of the wings here? Okay, the underside of the wings. You can see that, right? You can actually see the underside of the wings. That means that this thing is like, from where the guy is standing at who took the video, he's actually at a lower viewpoint. Now here he comes over the hill. Rolling a little further. See that? He's on a hill. There's no other answer for that. He's on a hill. And that's not because I want to believe that it's on a hill. He's on a hill. So let's see. Where's the part where he zooms out a little bit? It was zoomed out. Oh, no, that's okay. Well, nevertheless, guy's on a hill. And if I were to look up, let's see, that's Leipzig, Halle. Oops, my bad. If I were to look up, oh, man, I can't believe this. This is so stupid. Oh, my bad. Did I? Oh, there it is. Okay. My bad. So let me look up Leipzig. Leipzig Airport. Oops, no, not university. Leipzig Airport. Images. Let's see here. No, that's just showing me all the airport, but not actually. Okay, let me runway. Well, that looks like it hurt. No, I'm not seeing. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a cool shot like that other one. Okay, there's that one. There's a. Oh, that's actually to the YouTube video. Well, actually, I'll bet you the Germans would probably have a better photo. So Leipzig and now which one is that? Which one is that? Check my Hangouts. Uh-oh. Sean out there doing my legwork for me, man. Making me look a little silly. All right, hold on. Oh, I see what you did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Let me see if I can find one photo. That's a cool idea there, Sean. Where is the... Okay. Sean just gave me a cool idea. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Opening up Google Earth. Leipzig. See, this is also what happens when you don't do your research before you make a stupid video like this. So, Leipzig. There we go. Now, when he turned, he went down a fenceway that looked like it. Okay, so there's. I'm trying to make sure that I get which runway it is, so somebody doesn't turn around and say, "Oh, that wasn't the right one." So that's looking like this guy right here, because there's a bundle of lights here that he's rolling towards. You're killing me, Sean. 26L, okay, which is the lower runway. Okay, let me see something here. Ah, okay. Let me match that up with visible. Well, that's true. That stuff could be way off. That would be all these. Oh, okay. That's where all those. That's where all those. The what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that I get the right runway. Here's the plane taxiing back up. Here's all the lights. Now the highlights would mean that it's around the actual aircraft itself, and so that would be these light posts over here. Okay, now I got you. So now Sean just had a really cool idea, and that was take this, put it like this. Okay, wow, 2.2 miles. Jeez, it's pretty fat. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll do an elevation profile. See, look, and that's even consistent with what they showed in the video. Okay, he's coming down, and then over a hill and down, and then right about here is where he turns. Okay, he turns right about here, which is right about here. So he's already coming down the hill. Now that is consistent with what you see in this video. He's coming down, he comes over the hill. Okay, I'm going to kind of skip a little bit forward on this. He's coming over the hill, and look, here's one taxiway, here's the next one. Okay, and he comes across the taxiway. He's on a downhill slope there. Now he's turning back around to head back towards the parking area up here. Cool? So, thank you, Sean. That was a great idea. Sean Hufford, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so now that that's done and over with.
Consistent with what we see in real life. This curvature thing that you claim, as you, when it gains altitude, what you're actually doing is negating the effect of the convergence of the horizon. That's
bullshit.
all you're doing. You're not looking around the back of the ball. You're just negating the effect of the convergence of at the horizon. That's it. Now,
tell me exactly how. You just said something. Maybe you can be the first one to actually answer it. Tell me exactly how you can negate the effects of the curve, or excuse me, of the convergence. Tell me that.
At 640, you enter the railings now as proof. Yeah, by name, you excluded them as a factor for consideration at 525 when you said, no, if you didn't have the railings, yeah. Now here we don't have railings, and again, I'm asking you, if we didn't have railings here, would you say it was flat?
The reason why I made that comment, he's reading from over here. The reason why I made the comment of, I said you enter the railings as proof now, yet by name you excluded them as a factor for consideration at 525 in his video, which he did. He says if you didn't have the railings, you didn't have the curbstone, and you just had the horizon, what would you have? Right? Would you be able to tell? And I was pointing out the fact that why would he bring them back in if we were supposed to exclude them in the first place?
Or would you say it was curved? But when you see the plane, it's quite obvious that it's flat. But
it's not flat.
Isn't the impression it's created, is it? The only reason why you're making that point about the railings is because you know it's a curve. But if it was actually, you knew it was flat, you couldn't make the same point, could you? Because
I wouldn't try to, because it wouldn't make sense if it was flat, dumbass.
Because as I'm demonstrating again with this particular video, that looks just like the My Bridge. Just like it.
Not really. Well,
and if you were to rise up.
I'm sorry. Yes. It looks just like your bridge. It is a curve. This up here goes up and then comes down on the other side. Or actually, it's actually flat up top. The guy who's videoing here is below it. I just showed you that.
Above this elevation issue, you get past that horizon block. So 930, let's get to 930.
Can't you tell he's starting to sound full of himself?
See what's said, I can't remember this point. That satisfies the rule. Can we compare this with anything that we see? One degree. Oh, yes. I can go to Google. Oh, right, so this is to... Okay, so let's address this point. 1 degree of taper per 111 kilometers. I'm all ears. Well, you know what? In the immediate foreground where you are relative to yourself, I agree. You ain't going to see much curve because it's perpendicular to you. But as it gets down towards the horizon, it's an exponential curve.
No, it's not an exponential curve. I love that. I love that. Oh my God. They keep on talking about it's going to drop faster and faster and faster. Actually, well, you know what? No, I'm not even going to go into that because that's going to make this 2 hours long.
It gradually gets worse as it gets nearer to the horizon. That's why there needs to be a curve.
It doesn't get worse as it gets nearer to the horizon. It stays consistent the whole way around.
I'm asking you to prove that every plane does it.
I'm asking you to prove that the plane exists at all.
Every plane. If you just get one plane, it's probable that that plane's just coming into land. But if you get more than one plane doing it, I must be wrong. 1146, sure, let me find a straight one.
Yeah, that was my response to him talking about the contrails. And he was looking for a straight one, and well, I'd say that he did not do a very good job. But to be sympathetic, it would be very difficult to find a picture of a straight contrail going as long as he needs it to.
1146. Yeah. Now, the problem is, you can see that all the chemtrails are straight because they all, I mean, I've illustrated it with straight line.
Yes, you illustrated it with straight lines. Look, that's a straight line. Now, he put a bend on there because he was trying to, in his other video, he was trying to show the curve that we should be observing. This right here would almost be like right next to you by comparison. These would be right over top of you by comparison to your bridge. Okay, way out here, remember the horizon's down here. Way out here are the ones you need to be looking for to find your bend. Okay, not ones going over top of your head. You're not even going to notice if it were to loop towards you. You probably wouldn't even notice it. And I challenge you to find different than that.
So, okay, go and find one that you claim to be somewhat other than straight, but you can tell by looking at it and it's straight.
No, it's not straight. You even showed it. Dumbass.
What you're going to do there is manipulate the evidence to suit your own agenda. 1247. Do we ever see plane lines doing that? Nope. You were not supposed to end with a question. You were supposed to end with your conclusion of the Earth being flat. Okay.
Exactly. Stop there. That was the whole point of the challenge, was to show me the Earth flat. Don't give me excuses about curvature. Show me the Earth is flat. How hard is that? How hard can that be? If it's a damn plane, okay, plane meaning geometrically here, a plane, how hard would that be? Without coming up with, well, we can only see so far, and look at how this plane goes here, because these are all flat. No, they're not, and oh God.
Okay, well, let's just see how I did end. But they're curving around the Earth. Can you find any evidence that proves this?
See, can you find any evidence that proves this? He's ending with a question. He's asking me to prove the globe, okay, which we already know from everything that he said here. He wouldn't accept anyway. He's got wacky excuses for all this stuff, but I mean, he's trying to say that literally this guy, the guy who filmed this footage here, is actually watching this plane come over some kind of over the distant horizon, not the horizon of the hill here, but over the distant horizon. And he's blaming that on the fact that it's probably about 3 miles away, maybe 2 miles away or something. Dude, oh my God.
Consistent, reliable, repeatable, verifiable evidence that shows this, because they don't exist. So I'm not sure that is a question. Let's just see if it is the ending point that I
Oh my God. I think that's where I stopped. He's probably got some comment there or something like that, going to try and prove himself now.
ended on a question. What are you going to say about that? I've been told about this. To be
Oh, bugger. I did end it in a question.
honest with you, technically, I did end on a question, but the question I'm asking you is a relevant and responsible request. It's a fair request. What are you going to say about that?
It is not a fair request because what you're asking me to do is prove something that you categorically deny. Okay? I could show you a selfie with me and the Earth from the ISS, and you would say, nah, prove it.
Well, I've now answered all your questions.
No, you haven't.
I've now dealt with your comment.
Dealt with my comments? That's thick.
I'd like a response, please. Can you show me, with reliable, repeatable evidence that you yourself has taken without using tools?
Here he goes. He's ending it with a question again.
Without using trickery, show that planes curve as they get to the horizon.
Well, I would love to, but unfortunately, we got the same crappy weather you got. So, you can wait for that. Kind of like when I waited for your 90 minutes that turned into 3 hours just because you forgot.
All of them. Because if it's following the curvature of the Earth, and let's be honest, they're supposed to be on autopilot following a given pressure.
Following a given pressure? Well, I guess that would be altitude, yeah.
If the Earth is a ball, they've got to follow it round.
Right. And so you need to find a contrail, because remember, this is you. This is not me. Okay, this is you. You are accepting the challenge, and up to this point, you've done very poorly at it. You are supposed to show me what you showed in your bridge, which was either the presence of or the lack of a curving downward of a contrail at about 9 degrees off the horizon. Okay?
And we would see it, because the higher the plane, the more pronounced it is at the horizon.
The higher the plane, no, the bigger the plane. Never mind.
Because it's the converging lines at the horizon that make it so obvious.
Oh, now you're starting to sound like Antonio.
Are you going to show it?
Nope. You got to show me that I'm wrong, man. Because the stuff that you showed was probably about between 60, 70, and 90 degrees above your head. You're not going to see it there. You wouldn't even see that if you had simulated that at your bridge. Sorry, buddy.
Or are you going to ignore me?
Nope. I think making this video shows I'm not ignoring you.
Let's see what you've got to do.
Nope. Let's see what you got to do, because it doesn't matter what I show you. So that was it. So he showed me a video from Phuket Word, an idiot in his own right, actually an idiot in his own class, of a plane landing on a high flat surface coming over a hill downwards at the camera. That's all he showed. That's all he showed. And his basis for the entire thing is that all runways are flat. That all runways are flat. That's his thing. And oh man. Oh man. I'm at a loss for words, because he hooked his entire claim on a PW video. A PW video which, thank you, Sean, was, when shown in its full length, as well as knowing what airport it is, and you can get I'm pretty sure that Google Earth is not aware that PW used that video so they could put a decline on that particular runway. You know what? Tell you what. Watch this. Let's take a look at something here. Because he based his whole thing here. He got away from his bridge, and I don't know why. But let me go ahead and do this here. I'm going to drop that. And I'm going to bring over. Okay. Dear Flat Earthers in my chat. I know there are a few. Everybody paying attention? Somebody give me a international airport that you've always wanted to go to. And I'm asking only the Flat Earthers because I don't want anybody to think that it's rigged. And no, I'm not Gimpanda. So, Flat Earthers in my chat, hello. Give me an international airport that you've always wanted to fly to. Wow, they're not even listening, I guess. Oh, wait, no, that's right. There's like a 15-second overlay here. No, Jared, you can't answer. Everybody's Gimpanda. Come on, one Flat Earther. Forbidden, are you a Flat Earther? So no Flat Earthers want to answer me. You guys are killing me with this I am Gimpanda thing. All right, well, first one I saw was, oh, Steve Thornton. Oh, you're not a Flat Earther. Cordis, they're not answering because they're not listening. All right, well, I saw Glasgow, Perth, and JFK. Okay, so seeing that no Flat Earther has the balls to answer. Okay, let's go to JFK just because I'm here right now. Is that JFK? Is that JFK or LaGuardia? Whichever one this one is. I'm not sure if it's JFK or LaGuardia. Oh, JFK Expressway. Yeah, that's JFK. Okay, so let's go from one end to the other end. Save. Okay. And elevation profile. Hey, well, JFK is pretty flat anyway. So JFK got some bumps in it though. Look, there's a bump in it. Goes down about 3 feet. Okay. So Glasgow. What was that with GOW? Let's go for Glasgow. Has Glasgow got an international airport? Or is somebody just pulling my leg here? I don't see a big airport here, buddy. What's LHR? Oh, London Heathrow, probably, yeah. Do I not see an airport, or am I just blind here? Oh, here's an airport right here. So, this is Glasgow. Oops, wrong button. Home. Save. Okay. Bam. Oops. Okay, with it, yeah, this one even tips up right here. This one raises 10 feet with a big bump in the middle of it. Oops. So that's another one. Now let's see. What was the next one? Well, let me go over to let me go to Hamburg, because that was the one that I saw in a video when I was watching bad weather videos, watching those incredible pilots do that stuff, those crosswind landings. Hamburg. Ah, there we go. Is this? Oh, that's the new one. That's the one they're building right now, isn't it? I'm not sure if that's the right one. Save. Okay. Bam. Elevation profile. Yep, look at that sucker. Okay. Comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up. Okay. And then goes way down again. All right. Everywhere about a difference of about 10 feet. Okay. So, London Heathrow. There you go. London Heathrow. Bam. So, hey, whoa, hey, back up now. So, London Heathrow. I'm gonna go for this bad boy right here. Bam. Now, I accept that at the very tips it might be a little weird. Well, meaning this part here, because it actually kind of rolls off. So let's see, save, okay. And then elevation profile. Whoops. Goes up, goes down. This one's actually probably the most, and about 11 feet, 12 feet. Up, down, okay. Up, down. Here's the deepest part right here. Okay. Are we getting the point here? Now, somebody had posted a little bit earlier, I think it was Sean, that said that it's actually been published that the flattest airstrip around is out at, I think it was Edwards Air Force Base. YYZ. Where's YYZ? I don't know YYZ. Oh, that's Toronto. Okay. Because I was I was doing a I did 36 different flights for Quickie 3. Y'all gonna love that. What'd you say, Toronto? Yeah, Toronto. Or on Toronto, Canada. Drone. You know, that one with the magical lake in front of it. All right. Some of you will actually understand what I meant by magical lake. Oh, wow. Got lots of runways to play with there. But given the area, this one's probably a lot more, a lot flatter, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Save. Okay. Elevation profile. Oh! That one goes pretty deep. Oh, okay, my bad. No, it still goes pretty deep. 47 to 64. Wow. That's the deepest gully yet. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, but didn't they get a new one in Tokyo? Because the last one was like too dangerous to land at or something like that. So anyway, I've wasted the last couple of minutes here showing that no, airports are not flat. They have, it's probably not as chunky as this, okay, but they have slopes to them, period. Okay, they have slopes to them. Slope down in the middle, slope down at the end, slope up at the end. You know, I mean, just kind of a little roller coaster ride. So your whole premise that some kind of horizon effect is happening at the end of a airport is just ludicrous. Ludicrous. Stupid and all that. So I hope I haven't wasted everybody's time too awful much. But, you know, like I said, somebody actually came with a challenge. No, I'm not going to do one for hillbillies, okay, because his straw is nothing more than a gravity is a lie, so they lie, Earth's flat. And so I'm not going to do that one. But that's just what that is. There's nothing else to really say about it. Okay, so no, you did not prove flat. You denied curve with a horrible example. Maybe you ought to do a little bit more research on exactly which flat earthers you wish to follow. Okay, because among debunkers, we all kind of collectively laugh at PW. Sorry to say that, but we do. So that's about all I got. So, ladies and gents in the chat, you'll have to go home, but you can't stay here. I'm heading out. Y'all have a nice night. Yes, Sean, kind of laugh at PW. Later, guys.